Whoa! Hey, holy!
Oh, that was quick.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he caught me with the hoe in my hand.
Caught you. Oh,
sorry.
I thought it was the hoe in your hand. Oh, you
Yeah.
have your doctor hoe.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, funny. I used to have a hoe too, eh?
Yeah?
That's
work.
what I had out at my fire. So that was
Ah.
around my fire pit. That was the big thing. Hey, where's Derek's hoe?
Nice.
Yeah.
hang on. Who
Then my
goes?
hoe's on
Not messing around today. Cheers.
Cheers, Facebook,
Perfect.
YouTube, Twitch.
Oh,
How
dear, I
y'all
need a
doing?
drink.
All right, so I'm going to get rid of that. So
That
how's
first sip
everybody's
is
week?
always so good.
It is.
Well-
it's not like it's your first one today, but
No.
That's not your first one.
No, not today.
I've been holding out for this.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
What time of day do you get up, George? Are you nocturnal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
Well,
you-
yeah. Unless I have to do something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually get up around 11.
I lived a nocturnal.
So what time do you go to bed?
Anywhere from like 3 to 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Up all night. Holy shit.
Up all night.
Sleep all day.
Oh,
That's
hang on.
right.
This is
Up
a little-
all night, all right. Sleep all day.
Yeah.
It's a little strong. I just had to adjust that.
Was that Great White?
Great White.
Was that who that was?
Yeah.
Up all night, sleep all day. It was like Great White or Slaughter or someone like that. That was an 80s thing for sure.
Yeah. That's a good old tune.
Do you remember, George?
I remember Great White, yeah.
Do you know who did
Remember that song,
though?
though?
Maybe
Up all
I
night, sleep all day.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Party your life away.
have. No, not quite.
It wasn't Kiss, was it?
No.
That's fine.
No.
Oh, you'll have to Google it. So in the meantime, cheers
That
and hello
was-
to all our fans out there.
That was
Welcome to another
song.
edition of the Heikodelic Show. Cheers, George.
Oh, that's good.
And okay, so it was my second guess. It was Slaughter.
Slow though.
Water.
Yeah. So this goes back to like man.
Oh.
He froze. This goes back to like
Oh.
the media gods got him again.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Where's Ringo tonight?
I don't know. I didn't hear from him at
Don't
all.
worry.
So, yeah, he's been doing lots of crazy work.
Oh yeah, he said he was in Muskoka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if he's up there, then he doesn't get a connection.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out in
So
the
it's
bush.
Could be might just be the
Yeah.
two of them. But we won't get any messages or anything.
It might be.
Hang on.
Oh, he's gone. All right. Hopefully
Oh,
he comes
dear.
back.
Uh,
So how'd your week go?
oh, all right. Another week.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nothing special?
Nothing out of the ordinary, no. I only said that my granddaughter was 3. and I went to a
Yeah.
place in Pickering, you know, where they have like jungle gyms and all that, and slides.
Oh yeah.
I'll go on them. I'll go on the slides. It's great. It's a really big slide, you know, the ones that go up and
That's
down.
an indoor place, right?
Yeah, it's just it used to be a movie theater. It's called Treehouse Clubhouse. And it's just at White's and the 401.
Oh, okay.
Right there. Yeah, just there. Talking of the 401 and White's, did you see the accident? The
No,
tank.
I heard there was a big one there. What was it?
Oh man!
You want to see it?
I saw the actual footage of it going. It's like incredible. It's like out of a
Really?
movie. Yeah.
No.
It was literally like out of a Schwarzenegger movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
It went like this hike. He comes across,
Over
and then
to
a
the
car
left.
stops.
Yeah.
And it goes right over.
Yeah.
Oh, so they actually have the footage.
Oh yeah, there's dash cam from a truck behind him.
Yeah.
What? And then there's an explosion or something?
Oh yeah, huge. It was an oil truck.
Massive explosion.
Yeah. And it blew up.
Double two tankers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it looks like he either had a medical emergency or passed out, but he just went straight over.
Yeah, over to the left.
Didn't stop. Just
yeah.
Holy
California lane change.
Yeah.
Anyways,
there was a bad one up here a couple of weeks ago. Okay, you know what?
I have a young kid here.
Yeah. He looks a little anxious to tell us something, so let's do that first.
He does. Let me give him the headphones.
All right.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I can hear you.
What are you going to tell us today?
All right. Wait. Let me.
So
I memorized it, but
you gotta just double check it.
Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks to go golfing?
In case they get a hole in one.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
George,
classic
for you. Yeah, that's it. He got it though. Good. It's okay. I always get his joke or his
my backside albums. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
There you
go. All right.
That's Dawson, right?
We had one up here just a while ago, back two dump trucks.
Oh really?
Like one was a tandem and one. Actually, no, they both were tandem dump trucks. Yeah, and it looks like they just like not a direct head on, but it looks like they just clipped each other.
Yeah.
And one went that way in the ditch, one went the other way. The couple cars got taken out. Oof. And I'm in my backyard. I didn't hear it, but all of a sudden, the orange helicopter come flying over top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And started circling just over there, and I'm going, what the hell? And then a little while later, he came flying right back over, and I was like, yeah. And then I heard there was an accident right there. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the one in Pickering there was like it's like a fireball, huge, massive, big fireball.
So that's probably online. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up for you right now. I'm going to find the video. Actually, I should just look on my page because I shared it there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's just it's sad, man. Shit happens. Like it's crazy, and I don't mean shit happens as in fuck shit happens. I mean it's crazy how shit happens.
Yeah. And the damage it did to the bridge.
Hey, Akuma, we're doing great.
Well,
yeah, thanks, Akuma.
When you have high heat and stuff like that on bridges, like the concrete, it boils it, right?
Yeah,
so, it does. It can mess it up pretty good.
It'd be pretty scary if you were behind that.
Yeah.
Well, I remember at the 401 and the 404, the cutoff going north.
Mm-hmm.
For 3 years or something, they had it blocked off, or it was down to one lane or something. And it was because a paper truck went through it too fast, and it ended up going straight through, and it caught on fire and lit the bridge up. Heated it from underneath, so they had to shut it down.
Yeah, if the concrete gets too hot too, it starts to come apart. So that's probably what happened. They had to rebuild the damn thing.
Okay. I found it, Hike. And I'm just going to make it a little bigger.
Make yourself big screen. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, we'll do her the old-fashioned way. Because you want to know why? Because I'm fucking old-fashioned. No, I'm not old-fashioned. I'm just old.
Me too.
All right. Oh,
Old and out fashion. Hit the
Whoa! Hey! All right. Okay, so Hike, see the truck there? I'm gonna try and get
the tanker.
No glare. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's get it away from my face. If I hold my face behind it. Oh, come on, get focused or unfocused. Okay. Anyways, I'll play and you watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, so this is from a dash cam from another truck.
There we go.
Yeah, the truck behind it.
Look at that.
Jesus.
And then it slides underneath it.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're right. That's
here we go,
from the movies.
It is, isn't it? It's just unreal.
Boom. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, turn it sideways. It might be better. Oh, it's still small, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes.
I'll look it up later.
But yeah, it's crazy. I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you never know when something's going to happen, right?
No, it's crazy.
Like even today, I went out to a meeting just before the show, and coming towards me was a dump truck, and he must have been drifting, and all of a sudden I watched him correct, and he's like, woof, back into his lane. I'm like, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But that's very common now, people drifting.
Yeah. I was a few years ago. I was actually heading
I've done it a lot.
I was heading east towards Oshawa. I was on like the outside lane, and a truck just did that to me. I had to come off the highway, sent me onto the dirt shoulder. Yeah.
Wow.
I had to slam the brakes, and he was just coming.
Yeah, I see it a lot with cars. They'll start coming over the center line.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's just people not paying attention. I kind of have a feeling it's people on their bloody cell phones, right?
Well,
trying to drive and look down. Like
do you want to know what I find? What I find it is a lot, and as I said, honestly, I'm not being dead serious. It happens to me, or it used to happen to me a lot. It doesn't so much anymore because I'm a little smarter now. But nodding off, right? You know when you go on autopilot. I fucking used to live on autopilot, right? And then once I fucking wrote my car off, man, I started like going. Maybe I got a little lucky there, right?
Yeah, because you wrote your car off and not yourself. So that should be a wake up call right there.
Yeah.
There was actually on that stretch of highway there on Pickering Brock. There's a railway bridge, and I think it was.
It's got the big A-frames on it, right? Yeah, I love that bridge. It was
actually, I don't know, that might have been after, because I remember it's a few years ago
now.
That?
Where is that?
On the 401.
That same stretch, more or less, like between Brock and Liverpool, around there.
It's where the highway goes from collector to express.
Yeah, and it's like there was a train actually.
Fell down. It goes up on an angle. It goes up
it's
over.
Big metal, trusses. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, the train actually shed some of its thing a few years back now. I remember that one. I think it was when we lived in Ajax.
Yes. It dropped stuff down onto the highway, right?
Yeah, fell onto the highway.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear some history?
I'm always like that. I used to go to like speed up going under that bridge if there's a train going across it.
I think George might have been in Ajax then. I remember growing up in Ajax, and we used to go to the city. My dad was driving. Go down and see family and stuff like that. And right near Church Street and the 401.
Mm-hmm.
There was a train crossing, just tracks right across the 401 with the lights. Yeah.
Wow, across. So that's back when the 401 was like what, 4 lanes or something?
Yeah, it was 2 lanes each way.
Yeah,
was it? Yeah.
But there was train tracks right across the highway.
Okay, so little bit of trivia, guys.
Okay.
North America has the biggest the biggest highway in North America is the 401, right?
Yes.
It is one of the biggest highways in the world.
Yes.
At its biggest spot, widest spot.
How many lanes
is it?
16.
You got it.
Yeah.
Not counting ramps.
Yeah. 16 lanes. Yeah.
Yeah, 16 lanes wide. Now, stupid information because I'm full of that shit. I have actually shut down that highway. I have closed down every lane on that highway at one time. And there is only been a handful of people in the world to ever do that. So
why was it closed both ways? A bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't take the bridge down in sections. The whole thing was closed.
It was, yeah. They had to take it all down at once, and for cleanup, right? It was closed for a weekend, and literally they dropped it and cleaned it up, and had the collectors both open, and they used the express clean that up. So yeah, we had it closed for it was almost, I think it was 36 hours. It was supposed to be 48, but they got it open early.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That was
you don't hear that very often.
Man. No. It's kind of neat.
I've seen them do that too at night. They'll close down like you say the express first, and then they'll take the middle piece of the bridge down, right? Yep. And then they'll do the other sections, and it's pretty awesome because they don't want to close the highway.
That's right.
But so back then,
at 6 p.m. or from 6 p.m. on, you're allowed to take one lane on a highway, right? In one spot, like one construction zone. 9 o'clock, you're allowed to take two. Right. After midnight, you're allowed to take 3 or more.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. And then I guess they have to be back open at a certain time in the morning. 6 a.m. Yeah.
At 7 a.m., you start getting fined. I think when I was working there, it was $20,000 a minute. A minute that you went over.
Well, just think about what happens,
right? You got your initial fine, right? And for going over, and then it was thousands, and it was crazy. It was fucking nuts.
Wow. And did that happen?
Yeah,
it has. I picked up I think it was a $58,000 fine one night. I closed a lane early. Yeah, on the QEW. I've also caused a backup on the 401.
Look at it's all because of Derek.
Honestly, there has been times that it was
you.
I will guarantee it. I caused literally from the DVP out to Curtis backed up.
Wow.
And there was nothing we could do about it. We had the express closed, but we had the collectors, which is the far right side, right? Where you get off and stuff.
Yeah.
We had at Markham Road, we had a hole in 2 lanes. So you can't open it. And because traffic was so backed up, so in that, what happens there is you get dump trucks of gravel, right? Like literally just stone, and cover it in, and you put plates over top of it, steel plates, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, that's how you fill it in quick emergency, right? But because it was so backed up, our trucks couldn't get in.
Oh, yeah.
So it was crazy, man. It was crazy. I literally opened it up, walking in between cars, and I just started moving stuff out of the way so they could. It was crazy.
Wow.
And it's a 4-to-1 race.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Poor Derek. Having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, like that area in Ajax, I remember the train crossing, and it was a couple of times traffic stopped both ways because there was a train going across the highway. And I thought to myself, I go, that's insane. This is a highway. Like, who puts a train track across a highway, right?
Yeah.
So eventually they did change all that, right? They took that out and put it further down. And I think that's when they built that one that you're talking about that goes over top the highway.
Yeah.
It's a little bit further down, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still remember too that same area, Church Street. An airplane landed on the highway there in the middle of the day.
I think I heard about it. Yeah.
Emergency landing. Yeah. It was like a large Cessna, like a 6-seater or something like that.
Mm.
And they weren't near anywhere where they could land, so they just come down amongst all the cars.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Watch that come down.
Yeah. What's that noise? Oh, shit.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Yeah, it's a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to crash it if there's no one to put the plane down, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like even at the airport when you're driving past the airport, it's all those planes that just go over the highways that are coming in. It's scary. Yeah. You think, holy shit, another few feet.
Don't notice how big they are until they fly right over the top.
Oh, my God. Like, and they're going so slow, you think, it's going to stop. Yeah.
I always look at them because of the size. I go, how does that shit ever get off the ground?
I know.
Right?
That Russian plane that's at the airport when we went to Cuba. Have you seen that thing?
No.
It's like that one of those great big huge 10 freaking wheel things, right?
Wow.
Like a Hercules type thing?
Yeah, but it's one of the biggest in the world. It's like a freaking dolphin. Right? Like the front comes up and they drive shit into it and stuff.
Oh, that one, the whole front lifts up. Yeah, some of them the tail lifts up.
Yeah.
I don't quote me on that because it might be.
No, I'm just saying I know the Russians. Yeah, they have one of the
huge,
biggest
right?
in the world. Yeah.
So when they started the war, they don't let any Russians in our airspace, right? So that plane's been grounded. They owe so much money on it now for storage fees that they're not going to be able to pay for it. It's not going to be worth it, right?
Mm.
No.
Wow.
So now what are they going to do with that? They're going to send it back to the Ukraine and give it to them?
Yeah. So where is it? In Toronto?
Yeah, it's at Pearson.
Oh, okay.
And it's right there. You can see it right when you drive up on Airport Road.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, no, you did not, Kathy. And I was just thinking about the backside because Murph was on. So why wouldn't I think about backside? Hey, Murph,
are you saying Murph's got a good backside? Well, what are you trying to say here?
No,
how'd you get from Murph to backside?
I don't know. It would just work. Just how it works. One of them.
Okay.
I had to pick a 2 here, and I thought I'd go for the harder one.
All right.
Oh, not me.
We like the harder ones. Okay, the pick of 2.
You ready, Kathy?
Okay, so I got it already. It's Def Leppard.
This looks familiar.
Is it Def Leppard? If it is Def Leppard, I'm gonna fucking laugh.
Is it Def Leppard? Let's see. Let's ask the machine. Is it Def Leppard? No.
Okay. I was going off the chair.
The Union
100%.
Jack.
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw that very Def Leppard-ish.
Yeah, I would have guessed that if I didn't know who it was. Because they're very much into flying the Union Jack.
Yeah. So is it someone from the UK?
It is.
Is it a solo act?
No, it's a band.
It is a band.
Yeah.
From the UK. Are they still together with all the original members? No, they're not still together.
No.
Is this a band that people went off and split their own way?
Yeah. Well, certainly the main guy went on his. He's still carrying on to that. Well, the others are as well. It's a 3-piece. I'll give you that.
It's a 3-piece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I know who.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Go on. Go on.
It's Cream.
Is it Cream?
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay, Kathy, you got this?
Oh wait a second. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I haven't. Who?
Kathy says the Who.
Who?
The Who. The
Who.
Who.
Okay, so Is it the Rolling Stones then?
No,
wait a second. It can't be. Wait a second. You said yeah.
Boys getting crazy, folks.
Okay. So, I'm gonna ask more questions.
Yes.
Okay. It's a 3-piece band that's not The Who. It's not Cream. Kathy wants to know what year.
This particular album came out late 79.
And they like to fly the flag, it looks like.
And I'm gonna.
They were fans of The Who, actually.
It wouldn't be Deep Purple, would it? They're not. I don't know where they're from.
No, Purple were a 5-piece, right?
I have no idea. I just.
So what is that? Like, is that a dog?
Yeah, it's a bulldog. It's a British bulldog. No, it's not a British bulldog. It looks like the one off HMV, whatever that's called.
Okay. Interesting.
Not like the Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. No, Depeche Mode was a 4-piece, wasn't it? Right. It's a tough one. It's tough. It's going to be a tough one.
Kathy. Oh, wait a second. I think
The Police.
Do for the Police.
They started around 77. They were kind of, when the punk movement started, they were kind of that, but they're not out and out punk though.
But they're not out and out punk, but they're punk-ish.
Yeah.
3-piece band, not Generation X.
Generation
they were
X
like late 60s.
Oh.
Hey, John, I know you're on here. I'm gonna bring John in because John knows a little bit about music. Let's see if John can figure out the backside too.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready,
right.
John? Give me a thumbs up if you are, brother. All right. Well, I thought about saying that, but I can't see that, Kathy, because they
Welcome,
have
John.
an album.
Not the Sex Pistols.
Okay, John. So, in case if you don't know what we're doing here, this is a backside of an album.
True.
We're trying to figure out what album it is by looking at it and asking George questions.
Oh, the band.
So far, we know it's a 3-piece band. They started in the late 70s, where we're figuring around 77.
Yeah.
I said 3-piece from the UK.
They've split up since then.
Yeah, went through to the early 80s, maybe 82, 3 around there.
Oh, okay. So it's a very short-lived band too, then.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Would this be, say, something? Did the band break up because of a death in the band? Like
no, I just think the writer, main guy, just decided he was going to do something else.
He's going to go solo.
Mm.
Okay, so this is a post-punk band, or
it started around the punk. Yes, 77. I think they got the first chart success. Suited by 82.
Wait. Is this a female?
No.
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 Okay, so it's not like Blondie, right?
No.
Okay. That doesn't help.
I'm lost on this one. I'll tap out on that one. I don't know.
So put it to one side and we'll come back to it.
Murph says ELP.
ELP.
Oh,
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice try there, Murph.
3-piece band. Okay, but this is post-punk or punk.
Yeah, it's kind of it was like they were part of the punk. They were like weren't punks per se, but they were like all part of that
Wait
era.
Wait a second. Is this ska?
No.
No. Okay. I'm just trying to think of, because that's kind of punky, but not punk, right? Oh my God, 3-piece band that were around for about 5 years.
Yeah.
The Clash. I know it's not the Clash. Can't be.
It's not the Clash. No.
Oh, dang it! That didn't get square.
All right. Well, we can put it aside for a bit.
All right.
Oh.
I'll put it down here for now.
All right.
Hey, we've not got this far for a few weeks.
No,
right?
no.
I've not done that many buzzes either.
It's not sweet.
So
it's not sweet.
Okay. We have our guest John on. John from Bod's Mayhem, and what's the paranormal? Oh my God!
Dude,
help us out, John.
The paranormal podcast.
Beyond the Paranormal Podcast and the Bod's Mayhem Hour.
Yeah.
You know, I just do stuff that I like.
Perfect.
Wow, nice.
And you've got some pretty cool bands there. I've seen that you've interviewed.
Hi, Brad.
Labor of love, my friend. Labor of love, that's for sure.
Yeah. What's your favorite band that you've interviewed so far?
Oh, damn, man. Honestly,
or one that really sticks out.
I had a really good interview with Ian Abel not long ago. He is a kind of rock country-ish guy.
Okay.
He's a really great interview. I've had some really great interviews here lately. A band called Elaine from Sweden. Super, super talented group. And just did another interview. I did 3 interviews today. So
nice. Today
I'm slacking. Yeah, after work, man, I went right into the happiness, as I call it.
You said that band from Sweden is Elaine?
Elaine. Eleine. Elaine. If I spelled that wrong, I'll send it to Derek in a right way. I'm pretty sure that's how they got. And there's another band called Rawway. It's Rahway, and they're like out of New York, possibly. I think I interviewed him today. Great guy. Interviewed Chigger from that band, and they've got a new EP getting ready to come out in autumn. I don't know the specific date. He didn't say what specific date, but that's another great one. Joey Jordison before he passed away.
Yep.
Devin Townsend. I mean,
I've played with Wednesday a few times.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's good too.
Yeah. Great band. Great bunch of people. I
love doing that. You sit down late at night and you by yourself, have a couple drinks, and you just go online and look for bands you've never heard of before.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm trying
to
do.
One night, I did that one night, and I found this band. I just loved their music, and they were Danish. So I first heard a couple of their tunes sung in their native tongue, and then finally was like, oh, I got some stuff I could understand. And hence, I'm going to see them in a couple of weeks in Toronto.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's Volbeat,
there you go.
Yeah.
They've been on the from Denmark. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, they're Danish. Yeah.
Oh,
so, John, because I know you're a metal guy, and you saw Pantera, did you not?
Sure did. Lucky enough, I got to see Pantera on Ozfest 2000.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah. No, I thought you didn't. You see the new lineup?
No, not the tribute band. No.
Yeah. I got to see them years ago too. So lucky. I got to see them up here. It was Iron Maiden and Anthrax, I believe.
Oh, that's a killer show. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It was Pantera opening, and then Anthrax and Iron Maiden. That would have been Got the Time album for Anthrax. Yeah, man. It was pretty neat.
Think about that. Pantera opening up for those two bands at that time.
Right.
I know, eh?
Yeah. Well, it was like the first time I saw Alice in Chains, too. Lane had a broken leg, and they were opening for Ozzy.
Oh, okay.
Right? And they were the first band, and Lane's out there with literally...
Uh-oh.
Space zombie.
He's had this happen a few times tonight, so he's going to disappear on us and come back.
So Elaine, were they obviously spoke good English then?
Oh yeah. They had really good English, and just after the interview, they said this is one of the highlights interviews that they did this year. And I was like, well, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, excellent! Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. It's amazing how many European countries can speak English. It's incredible.
You wouldn't believe on how many bands that I get from overseas hitting me up going, hey, we love your podcast. Get us on your podcast. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think we lost Derek. Where's Derek? Is he still frozen?
Yeah, he's going to disappear and come back. There he goes.
Okay, he'll be back.
He'll be back.
So when is the podcast, John?
My podcast for Bod's Mayhem Hour is just basically music interviews, introducing, up and coming bands, national bands, stuff like that. I mean, I'm very lucky and very fortunate to interview who I've got to interview. And I don't care to have a unsigned band on after a national band. I don't make a difference in them because they got national bands got their start the same way as a garage band, same way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they have to start somewhere, right? You just don't magically turn into a big band.
Exactly.
There is so much talent out there too. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like I was telling the guys a while back. You think of big bands that became so popular, but when they weren't, like I remember I was in high school and Rush played at our high school in Ajax.
Oh, awesome!
That was like. And nobody knew who they were. It was hilarious. Who's this band?
There was a band I think called Throw the Fight that I interviewed a very long time ago, and now they're like pretty big now. And I was like, I interviewed that band when I guess they were just trying to break out. It's insane, man. Like you said, there's an immensely amount of talent out there, and I've seen some openings that were just like. Holy shit! Why aren't you signed anymore?
Yeah. Whoa. Do you find like we had let's say that line back in the day, we had all our rock bands and our metal bands, and those bands, many of them became super popular, and people still listen to their music today. Is that still happening? Like now, like are there good bands coming out that?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of bands that are coming out right now. There's a band called Uncured. They're a good band. I could send you a ton of bands that are coming out that's good. They just need that chance, and hopefully, I'm going to start my online radio show back. I've been wanting to do it for a very long time now, and I'm going to start doing it again. And I'm going to be playing these bands here, so tune in and check it out. And I've got so much stuff going on.
So you actually play their songs online?
Once I get my online radio show back up going, yes, I will.
Yeah, because we did that back in my previous show, but it was always a problem with licensing crap, right?
This one that I'm going through will pay for the licensing, everything. So I just make one payment, it's all done. So live365.com. There you go, folks. There to get back on. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Live65.com?
Yep, live365.com.
Oh, 365. All right. So, have you, Murph here, have you ever interviewed any bands that played in Cuba? Well, that's a random question.
Cuba? I don't think so.
Don't think so. I don't think I have either.
No.
This one's from Murph.
He's still trying to guess, is he?
Sorry, Murph. I'm sorry, man. I don't think I have now. Let's see. South America is a big place for me.
I like the enthusiasm, though. That's good.
Yeah.
What I've been mostly looking for is like new punk bands. I'm a big punk fan guy, and they're hard to find now, punk bands, and that drives me crazy because back in the day it was like, where you look, there they were, and now it's just hardly.
Really,
it is, and I agree with you. Right now, in music in general, there is a big gap. Mm-hmm. It's not everybody playing, so any bands that actually start now, any of you young guys out there, listen to me right now. You're not gonna have to be that freaking good to make a band and do something with it.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna have that much competition. So I'm almost 50. You have the rap guys that now don't play guitar and don't play drums. You have the DJs that now, don't play guitar, don't play drums. and you have the keyboard guys, just everybody who makes it up in the studio, right? They don't even, you don't need the instruments. You can just and punch it in. So now you have 4 different ways to make music instead of just playing guitar, drums. So yeah, man, there's a lack of musicians.
And I always tell these guys and gals that come on the podcast, especially the up and coming ones, during this pandemic that happened, they should have been taking advantage of that because it was an even playing field. I still think today, it's so, Derek, you guys will probably understand this because we went through these eras.
Yep.
Back in the day, you just had email to get out. That's all we had. And now it's like everything is so simple at your fingertips. Yes. I feel like there's no excuse to get your shit out there. But here's the thing: like podcasters like me, I can't force nobody to go listen to YouTube stuff because YouTube's oversaturated with everything like this.
Yep.
You know, you see like 100 posts of Corey Taylor doing these interviews.
Yep.
I'm going, oh my God. What's different?
Where am I going to fit in?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm trying to get Corey on my podcast. I mean, I'm confident. I'm not arrogant, but I know for a fact I'll knock it out of the ballpark. But I'm just, like you said, where am I going to fit in to where I'm going to get all these views to help me out? You know?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's tough.
And I know you're not the type of guy to pay for views, right? Because, you know.
No, I won't. No.
Who wants to do that? Who are you cheating? You're cheating yourself, right? It's like anything. If it's not real, it's fucking not real, man.
Yeah.
Sorry. And it also kills me when I'm doing my paranormal stuff that everything that I see is I played cards with a demonic ghost last night. I captured a demonic ghost. I got touched by a demonic ghost. Everything in their titles are demonic, and I'm going, that's clickbait. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop it. I've never seen a demon. I've only heard of stuff, but who's to say if it is or not? Because we don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't know.
You don't know. You don't know until you know.
Yeah, and I've been to some of the most haunted locations, supposedly haunted locations, most haunted locations. Nothing. I could have slept there overnight.
Yeah.
So, have you ever been to like Gettysburg or anything like that? Whereabouts are you?
Oh man, that's my all-time bucket list right there is Gettysburg.
Okay,
Gettysburg. Yeah. I'm in Kentucky, but I'm a history buff. I love Gettysburg.
Me too.
We were actually going to go to Pennhurst this past May, and then we were going to come back by and stop by Gettysburg, but I couldn't travel because I had a medical procedure going on, and I just couldn't make it this year. But yeah, I definitely want to go to Gettysburg, take my recorders and cameras.
Didn't we have a guest on not that long ago that was from Gettysburg?
Mandy,
Mandy.
A girl, okay, so I play COD mobile, right?
Okay,
and she's a girl in my clan, and there's Mandy right there speaking. Hey, Mandy, say hi to John.
Hello, Mandy. How you doing?
So she's in Gettysburg. So if you ever go, man, I'll hook you up. Maybe you can go out and have a coffee.
Yeah,
because she's into the paranormal stuff too. And she told us some pretty crazy stories. One I think it was with her brother. They're out there hanging out, Gettysburg area.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he just went over and yelled out really loud, and he had like a bruise on his chest, like he'd been punched.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know. So
I could just imagine that place. I mean, the whole area. I mean, it has to be a hotbed for it. It has to.
It's just like, man, so much shit. It's like there's so much. It's not so much death, but it's so much energy that was put out there, right?
That's the big part of it. That's the big part of it is the energy and what those guys went through. And, just thinking, man, there was kids there like 14, 15 years old, even younger that died.
Yep.
It blows my mind.
It's cool. I get a very open mind to all this stuff. I'm not saying no, it doesn't exist, but I watch and I listen. Like there's even the shows they have on TV, like Ghost Hunters and all that, Ghost Adventures, and once they came out and got popular, all these other shows started opening up, and if you really, really watch it, there's nothing happening, right?
Yeah.
They got all this gear, they got all this weird shit that does stuff, and you see these little figures, and you go, okay, so you want me to believe that your little video game thing there has a figure on it and it's real. Like, I don't know if it is or isn't. I'm not saying it's not, but I know these shows, and then something happens, and everybody loses their mind and freaks out. They all get loud, and then you can't hear or see anything because the camera's all jerky and all the sounds are going on. And they go, come on, in all the years I've watched all this stuff, I've never seen anything that remotely looked like, oh my God, there's a little light or a little something or whatever. That's pretty much all they have.
I have a couple of things to let you guys know what happened to me, and this is legit. When I first got into this, I'm still like you, man. I'm still like you.
Yeah.
I'm still open minded. I don't.
Yes.
Everything I take is with a grain of salt, and I try to figure out, well, what was that? I remember people was acting, talking, and all that stuff. But man, we caught old regular Baptist preaching in a house that used to be an old funeral home.
Yeah. So
they turned this place into a home. And then we just left it overnight up in the attic. And when we went back the next morning and got it, I was going over it. And this is, Mandy will know exactly what I'm talking about. If you go back and you listen to your EVPs or your audio, their audio, they're called electronic voice phenomenon. When you get these EVPs on recorder, there's a break in that recorder. There's a break in that recording, and there's no mistaking it. And this thing come across like a freight train. It was a big screeching, and then all of a sudden you hear an old regular Baptist or a preacher getting loud with his voice and going, oh, and then the stomping and going on like they did back in the day, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just there and gone. Maybe 15 seconds.
Yep.
And gone.
Mm-hmm.
See, okay, so Ringo, the other host who's not on tonight, he used to do all that. He was the guy who set up all the EVPs and did the recordings, and like he was the tech guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, some of this stuff it's really. Do you believe it, or is it just some fart in the wind and it shook a tree the wrong way?
Everybody has their own opinion about it.
That's true.
And I respect that. Until it happens to you, then
you don't know.
That's fine. But the last place we went to, not the last place, but the place before, it was at the William Edgar Heyman House in West Virginia.
Yeah.
So I'm always notorious for always going somewhere by myself, or me and Robert goes, we're setting up equipment. So our buddy Copperhead, he was downstairs, and I said, all right, I know you can hear me. It's a quiet house. It's just us three in this house. Yep. I said, do me a favor. I said, if you can hear my voice, go downstairs and just absolutely terrorize Copperhead. I said, make something go loud. Just let him know that you're there. Now, there's a 2-part story with this.
Yeah.
So about 30 seconds later, there's this big bang, and Copperhead goes, did you hear that? And I went, I sure did. And I said, what the hell was it? He said, that was the wooden shutter that opened up and slammed. So, as always, we don't have nothing recording at that time. It always happens. Never fails.
Yep.
So later on that night, we're sitting under the same wooden shutter, and we're playing, or we're doing the knock the shaving haircut deal. You know what I mean? So we did
2
half
bits in it. Or,
2 bits and half, whatever it is, whatever.
Shaving a haircut, 2 bits. Yeah.
That's it. So we did half of that. We did half of that, and then you hear a female voice right in front of me in Copperhead go, I heard it. Copperhead heard it, but the weird thing about it, Robert on this side did not hear it. And I was like, how in the hell did you not hear that, dude? And
the three of you were all sitting in the same room?
Same room. Like, Robert was over here. Me and Copperhead was over here right under that shutter. And it was like it was right here in front of us.
Oh.
And we looked at each other at the same time, and I said, do you believe that shit?
Yeah.
He's like, I heard her, brother. I heard her say, I said, I did too. Robert said, I didn't hear nothing. Like, how did you not hear that, man? How? But that's the cool thing about it. You know, that to me, that shows that it only was meant for me and him to hear it.
Yeah.
That's the way I take it. So, but that house was, we all slept after that, and we didn't get, I mean, we got some things, but a lot of these places, man, you know, they'll hype it up. It's plain and simple.
Well, it's funny too. Like I will, it happens once in a while. I will get woken up out of a dead sleep as somebody calling my name, and it's perfect. They're calling my name, and I wake up, and it's like, oh, okay, nothing, right? It's so weird. Or I'll hear music. I'll just hear music playing, and I'll wake up and I hear music. I still hear it, and then I go to get up or something, and it just goes away.
Do you recognize the voice though that's calling your name?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's my wife's voice, and she's not home.
Oh,
yeah,
it's not good.
Yeah,
that's not good. They're called a mimicker.
We've had. It's called what?
A mimicker. That's what we call it.
A mimicker. So what we found out is we've had readings done just for fun, just to see, and there are spirits here. There's an old man and a young boy, and there's no harm. It's just having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
All these people, nothing to worry about. And I've had physical things happen too, but again, I didn't see it happen. I didn't hear it happen. I'm like, what the hell was that? How did that happen? You know what I mean? I'm one of those. I don't throw things like that away, or I have an open mind. But it'd be nice to actually see it, feel it, like get like proof, evidence. You know what I mean? So your brain can go, holy shit, it's real, right?
Oh, we've had doors close in front of us again without anything to record it. That's our status quo right there. That's our niche. Yeah. Everything happens when we don't have a freaking camera or anything going. Yeah. But everything everybody takes this the way they want to take it, and this is just me personally. Everything's not evil. Everything's not divine.
No, it's not. And that's what they said. It's just, a kid wanting to play, and an older gentleman, right? So, yeah.
That's so cool. That's cool, though.
Do you want to hear the weirdest thing that ever happened?
Oh, yeah, please.
I always, at night, it's actually this exact glass right here. I always have a glass of water at my bedside on my little table right beside my head. I wake up in the middle of the night, you're thirsty, you have a slug of water, whatever. So I get up in the middle of the night to go pee, and I step in water. And I'm like, what the hell? So I turn the light on, and there's like lines. It's carpet, great carpet. So there's lines that go back and forth like 3 times, where it looks like someone took the glass of water and just poured it back and forth until it was empty. And the glass was on the floor, but standing right side up.
That's still not good when you
knocked it over. Yeah.
That's still not good when you got 3 tracks, though, man. That's bad. That's like the 3 tracks. You know what I mean?
Well, I look at it as 3 because that was the kind of pattern that I saw. It was like back and forth.
Yeah.
But the glass did not get knocked off the table because it would have been like a splash, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. So I'm like, I don't know.
And I've always
weird. Yeah. Well, I've told you that story, Heiko, right? Next door here there's a bathroom, right? And I have a toothbrush and a glass tumbler that is on the countertop, right? Anyway, so I was in there one night getting ready to go to bed, and I'm brushing my teeth, and the tumbler, like on the countertop, started going moving,
started shaking.
Like dig, 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 and I'm like watching it. It must have done it for about 3-4 seconds. And I'm like, I didn't feel a vibration anywhere whatsoever. I thought, what's caused that? And I tried doing it, like letting the glass go and seeing it, and it wouldn't do it. It just would not do that. So I thought, that's kind of strange.
Well, tell our guests too. You've had other things happen right there in that room where you're sitting.
Yeah. I've got a bar over here, and I was sat watching the TV screen. I'm going back about 4 or 5 years now, and I could see, because I have like memorabilia on the walls, and there was like a reflection in the glass, and I just saw this lady. She looked like she was in a wedding dress, but it was grey. It wasn't white. It was grey. And she I thought, that's not on the picture, And I looked around, and she kind of walked past me, right behind me. I went into the bookcase, and I'm like, and it wasn't like, it was like, it's like you felt something. It wasn't just like, I saw something. You kind of felt somebody was in the room. It's never happened since again. And I remember writing down and making a note. I've told a few people, whatever you've been doing. I said, no, I hadn't. It was just very, very, very strange.
Could have just been a
It was like 11 o'clock.
Too, right, George?
Yeah. Well, Liz comes. I work down there, right? And I'm working away sometimes. And Liz would come down and go, on a jump, like she'd go, hey, George, and I'm like, Anyway, I was there one night, not that long ago, but I think it was last year or the year before. And I'm like doing something, and a hand touched my shoulder.
Oh God!
Right, and I'm going, Liz, will you? And there's no one there, right? And I went out into the hallway, and I'm going, well, where's Liz? I went upstairs. I said, you didn't just come down, or no? I said, well, that's weird. Someone just put their hand on my shoulder.
Like,
yeah.
And that's a very distinct
weird that I just heard something right now in my headphones.
What'd you hear?
I heard it kind of sounded like a female voice. But it was.
Oh, she got him.
Oh, just to the good bit.
Someone's with Derek and keeps unplugging him.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of our stories? Like,
I love hearing
stuff
like stories. I absolutely love hearing these stories because a long time ago this was taboo. You wouldn't talk about it. People think you would and lock you up for it, and now it's an everyday thing. I mean, like your experience there, George, with the lady, that could have just been a passer through. Come right on in and go,
Yeah. I didn't feel scared or anything. It wasn't, I didn't feel it was malevolent or anything. It was just, somebody might have lived here before, or I don't know, passing through the area. I don't know.
Look,
or where the house is now,
Yeah, that's a possibility. That is a very good possibility. And I've been to Waverly Hills, folks, the most haunted location in America.
Really?
Nothing.
Not for me.
They're scared of you.
Well, I guess there was nothing there that did nothing to me. The only thing I felt was when I went to the 3rd floor, and on one side you had that 1 ounce of hope, and on the other side you had, get your stuff together. You're going to beat your maker. You know what I mean? It was just like that, because the one side had the sun porch and the other side they kept all the people getting ready to pass on. And as I was walking down, I was like, man, this is kind of a shitty place right now. Because if you think about it, because you got one side of hope, and you got one side of sorry, not gonna happen.
Yep.
But the only other thing weird is I got down to where the cafeteria was. And they had all kinds of boards in there because they was at the time, suppose they were going to be working on something. They just stored stuff in there. But I smelled fresh baked bread around 4 o'clock. I told Amanda, I was like, do you smell that? She's like, I sure do. I said, well, what is it? It's like, it smells like fresh baked bread. I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify, make sure. Yeah. And when we got to the cafeteria, I'd be damn gone. The smell was gone.
Yeah. Well, you just reminded me there, John, actually. The other thing that it's not happened, again, it's not happened recently, but it's happened a good few times, like, a year or two ago. I've smelt like perfume down here.
That's the lady, probably. She may be still there.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that, because every once in a while, like not often, but I smell cigar.
Oh really? Wow.
Yep. And it's like, it just hits you.
Don't hang around me, because I smoke cigars.
That's okay.
We are going to.
See, It's
funny. I have to apologize, guys. I'm on Starlink now because I went with Elon Musk.
Yeah, what happens?
For some reason, I keep on it just cuts out.
Just drops out. That sucks.
Yeah.
Get your shit straight, Elon. Come on now.
And the problem with Elon is you can't call their helpline because there isn't one.
No, you just gotta wait until it works.
Yeah, when shit goes down,
great when it works.
So, John, how did you get interested in the paranormal? What piqued your interest or tweaked your interest initially at the beginning?
So many things. There he goes again. Elon heard him. Yeah. Elon heard him. He's like, damn.
So what? You heard stories from other people and it got you interested, or?
Well, that and plus, when my father passed away, it just tweaked my interest more to. Is there really anything after death? Is there really anything that that you hear? So, and I had a really tough time, losing my father. And and I started watching these shows, started doing more research into paranormal stuff, and I just met my friend Robert, who's now like my brother. And me and him bounce off each other like night and day, and that's what I like. I when he knows that I feel something, I'm not sensitive by far or anything, but I know when my gut tells me, "Hey, watch out." I know when my gut's got that instinct, and it seems like every time I tell him something, he's like, "Yeah, you're right." And then lo and behold, it happens. Like we went to a place called the hospital on Old College Hill in West Virginia, and I call them peekers. And there was like a second floor, and there was like a child that was maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall that was coming down the stairs, leading up to the third floor. And I was sitting there in pitch black, and I could see like the silver lining of the handle of the door, the back part of it, the shiny part.
Right.
I could see that in the dark. And it would black out and go back. And I said, it did it 3 times. I said, look, I see you. I'm not going to bother you. So if you're trying to play peekaboo with me, that's cool. That's fine. And this is my first time getting back into the paranormal after 10 years.
Yeah.
So to have that happen, man, was freaking amazing. So we go to the third floor. Nothing really happened on the third floor. Till we get to the guy's room who jumped out of that room back in the day, fell down on the ground, didn't die from it. They brought him back up to his room. And I would just ask him random questions, and I tag everything. If you're a paranormal investigator, you need to tag all your crap, because that way you can't say, oh, well, this is an actual EVP, or this, we never heard that. Tag it. You tag your stuff. So there's a car going by like around, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock maybe at the latest. And I said, that's a car in the background. I shit you not. Here comes this guy with a southern twang that says, "Welcome to Williamson." I mean, I didn't hear it. I just went back and listened to it. I couldn't make out what he was saying until I let my sis listen to it. And she's like, "Do you know what he's saying, John?" I said, "No, I don't know what the hell he's saying. That's why I asked you. I don't know what he's saying." I said, "I can't make out that southern drawl. I mean, I'm southern. I know how I talk. I can understand myself, but I can't not hear what he's saying."
Yeah.
I was listening again. It says, "Welcome to Williams." And I listened to it 3 or 4 times, but oh my God. It was saying, "Welcome to Williamson."
See, we can't hear you, Derek.
Nope. Elon cut you again, man.
Funny.
No, that was me. I turned my mic off when my dog started whining. So was that like an older southern draw that
yeah. We've been to a battlefield before, and we've caught the same.
Hang on, I don't want to interrupt you, but we're gonna play a tune, and I have to open this beer, but we got a drink. Go ahead. Cheers.
I remember that cartoon. What the hell was that cartoon called?
That's our drinking song. Isn't that weird?
No, that's awesome, actually. But
go ahead.
Later on that night, I mean, I could see. I told Robert as I was looking down the hall on the third floor, and we was onto the aisle, the floor around the corner. I said, man, I keep seeing hands, like a hand coming around the corner like this, like real quick. And I didn't pay no attention to it, and I kept seeing it coming out of the corner of my eye. But the funny part about it was it would go from door to door to door to door. And I was like,
just kind of come out around the door?
All you saw was just a hand come around. And I was seeing it. I was like, dude, I looked at him, I said, I'm seeing these freaking hand come around this corner of the door, each door going down. I said, dude, they're messing with me. So about that time, now here's the cool part. Robert hardly never has anything happen, which I'm so tickled now when we're getting back into this. He's had some things happen to him, which I'm really tickled about. So about that time, there's footsteps on the 4th floor. And there's nobody on the 4th floor. And it walks right over top of Robert. And he could hear it. Now later on that night, this is what got even creepier. I'm on the 3rd floor at our base camp. We call it base camp. I was by myself, like an idiot. So I'm sitting there just relaxing. And then on the 4th floor, Robert's down in the basement now. This is just me and him. There's on the 4th floor, you hear this bang. I mean, this thing like drops. It sounds like a huge filing cabinet dropping and dragging.
Okay.
And I looked out and went, oh God, please don't come down here. Certain things raw me. I just say, I back off. I know when I push it to my limit, and I know when to just. It's like that Kenny Rogers song, you're gonna know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
So when they don't, when you're going through something like that, and you know that you're pushing their buttons, and they're making those stuff to let you know, get the hell out of there. That's all I got.
Well, see, it's funny too, and like you mentioned earlier, yourself and the guy next to you could hear the woman's voice, but the other guy couldn't. And it just clicked because I have a close friend of mine, and we're gonna use this word. We're gonna use the sensitive to that kind of stuff. So my friend, he cannot go into a hospital.
Oh.
He walks into a hospital and he just starts hearing shit, seeing shit, and it freaks him out and he has to leave. So that's what we think. There's some people just more sensitive to that kind of activity.
Yeah.
And they actually hear it and see it where other people just don't. Right?
Well, what if it's something we just have been trained out of, right? Maybe everybody had it and we don't use it anymore. Like I'm a full believer in like astral viewing and stuff like that, right? So if you can connect that way with people and do it as a young person. Does everybody else hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have no idea what it is.
I don't want to say it's not.
But I was hoping it wasn't on my side, but I apologize if it is, but I don't think it is. Who knows?
Yeah. No, anyways, fine. Something like that happens, and I just go left field, and I forget everything I was talking about. So
about being sensitive, man.
Well, well, John, because we do only have you for 5 more minutes, as you said you wanted to go at 1:45.
Yeah.
I have to ask you a question.
Sure.
Now, I see you're wearing a Metallica shirt.
Lay it on me, brother. That's right.
I am a Metallica fan. I have been a Metallica fan since the second time I heard them, because the first time I heard them, I went, what the hell is this? And I would have been about 9, right? That was Kill 'Em All, because it was 83 it came out.
That's the shirt I got on is Kill 'Em All right now.
Perfect. So. Yep. So, what's your favorite Metallica album?
Oh, hands down, Master of Puppets.
You're a master? Okay. Yeah.
Hands down, because there's a huge story behind it, and I know people are probably sick of hearing it, but I don't care. I mean, it without that album, I would not be sitting here to this day. I would not.
Really?
The album saved my life one night.
Did it?
No.
Yes,
Tell us.
Yeah. I didn't know. Sorry. Do you mind sharing with us?
I don't mind at all, because I mean, everybody goes through it eventually, and you know, when you think that your mom and dad are Superman and Wonder Woman, you know, and you can't protect them or take their pain away, shit gets real. You know, when you see your father get very sick and there's nothing you can do, the anger that built up inside of me, going to the hospital all the time, and I mean, yeah, I could talk to my friends, but I didn't want to talk to them all the time. But and then they'd be like, "Oh, woe is me." Oh, you know, here comes John. Oh, woe is me. Just pat on the back, whatever. That's just my style. So I kept it all bottled in, and then one day I was off from school. I said, "Man, I need something. I need something to get my mind off this. I need something that's gonna just let me know that things are gonna be okay." And I was laying in the bed. I have a big CD case. Love my CDs. I mean, still get them to this day.
You got brown cases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a couple brown ones. I got a couple black ones over here too. But it was shining right on my Metallica CDs that I had there. Lo and behold, it's shining bright on Master of Puppets. So I just grabbed it. I went, yeah, let's just grab it. From that day on, man, that was my voice. That was my anger. That was my fight. That was F you to everything. And, you know, like, yeah, this album I need. This is my therapy. And sadly enough, the song that saved my life is actually wasn't the song. It was the instrumental Orion that saved me.
Nice.
Because I was getting ready to do it. And then I ain't gonna say what happened, but I know that you know, the thing got kicked out of my hand in a train tunnel. I could not see the hand in front of my face. It's so black. So I don't know who it was, what it was, but it was right during that song. Everything just went. Everything was kicked out of my hand. I don't know if it was God, Cliff, my father. I don't know what it was.
So you were playing the song while you're in that tunnel?
Oh, I had my headphones on. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's pretty cool, bud.
So very cool. This is why I come back and do Bod's Mayhem Hour, my podcast for music, because I want to pay it forward to somebody else. You know, I want somebody to come on and you know, listen to the podcast. I don't care if it's one person. I'll be tickled for them to listen to a band and say, "Hey, look, you know, I gravitated toward that band, and this band saved my life," or this band, you know, made me feel like I'm accepted, or I'm not an outcast, or I belong. And this band gets me. And that's why I do it. And this is just for labor of love. And
that's a really cool connection. You know that?
Yeah. It is. It's deep, man.
And it's the way we all individually relate to things, whether it be music or being sensitive to whatever, you know what I mean? It's very cool. That's your personal story.
Yeah, and I've always said, man, you know, to hell with everybody that says, "Oh, don't do this," or "You can't do that." Fuck them. Just do it.
Whatever I want to do.
Everybody told me I wouldn't get these interviews, or I wouldn't do this, and I wouldn't do that. Don't tempt me.
Yeah.
Don't push that barrier, because you know, I'm not giving up on this. I know I got like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but still, that's just scratching the surface of what I want to do with this podcast.
Hey,
Good for you. Good for you.
I'd love to come back on here anytime, man.
Well, and that's it. If you want to do that, I know we're not like some major, huge enterprise, but we'll welcome you on our show, and you can promote whatever you want here. And if it helps a little bit, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just everybody go out and subscribe to Bod's Mayhem Hour on YouTube. Check out our Facebook page. It's Bod's Mayhem Hour. If you just want to add me personally, it's John Marshall. I'll talk to anybody and everybody about music. I don't care. I don't care.
We're all a bit like that on here.
Like the other day. Go ahead.
I have it written down on my pad of paper here, so I'll see you.
I appreciate it, man. And I always I drop my interviews, my podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I just
awesome.
had Ian Abel. Like I said, Ian Abel was on the podcast a couple days ago, man, and he's like a rock kind of / country guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you're good enough, I'll have you on here. That's just the way it is. And like I said, I want to bring some more punk bands on here. I want to bring some more hardcore bands on here.
Well, hey,
so
look me up. I'll definitely help you out with that. I'm hooked up with them pretty good.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I mean,
I'm actually hooked up with a punk label that I can send you to the A&R guy, and he'll hook you up with anybody on it.
I just want everybody to know who's out there listening. If you're a garage band that you don't think nobody gives a shit about you, come to me. I'll put your stuff up. I'll play it.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody else wants to listen to it, man, hey, I will spin it. I will put it out there. So if that way they can say, I can't play it every Tuesday or whatever. I do this, because I gotta have other bands on there. Right. But it will be played.
Yeah.
It will be played. Oh, and we're gonna try to do a YouTube paranormal channel. Nice. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Try to.
Oh, awesome.
There's too many irons in my fire that I'm doing right now. That's
You just need a bigger pit.
I do. I need assistance. I need
yeah. All right, John.
Yeah.
We will talk to you later. Thank you.
That was great. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Nice to meet you guys. Y'all have a good one.
Take care.
All right, see you.
Good chatting with you, buddy. Hope to talk to you again someday.
Yes, sir.
All right. And good luck.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And you guys too. Keep doing this podcast. Keep doing it. Keep on rocking that pre-roll.
Keep on keeping on.
We'll do.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
Later.
Okay.
Right, see you.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, nice guy. So,
how did you find him, Derek?
How'd you know him? Yeah, that's right, George.
We met through the House of Haunt. I think Matt did an interview, and we did. We went into the studio and did a specific little blurb for his show. So yeah, that's
for who?
For his
for
show.
John?
Yeah.
For John's show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was at one of your shows?
No. He was just promoting bands, and he's like, "Hey, do you guys want to come on my show and you can do a little thing, right?" So we had a buddy say, I'll record you." So we literally went and recorded 3 songs, I think it was, but we did them acoustic. So it's something nobody else has, right? And he featured us on his show.
Good.
So yeah, it was kind of neat.
Yeah. See, that's cool. We used to do the same thing back in the studio on reality radio, but then it was always became an issue with recording rights and all this bullshit. You're trying to promote somebody, and everyone else out there is just trying to ding you. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're trying to help bands here. Like, come on, fuck off already.
Well, speaking of helping bands, you want to know something?
What?
I think we need George to help us out with his band. We got 10 minutes left. We got to figure this out, okay?
All right.
Figure this out.
Okay.
Who do we got with us that's going to help us figure this out? Okay, so UK 3-piece band. They split up, went on to do solo things, but the singer of this band.
Yeah. The main writer, singer,
Okay.
I don't know, buddy. I'm just like.
To give up.
No.
Well, I don't like to say give up, but
punk-ish. Now, is it a mainstream band or is it something obscure?
No, the mainstream. They were very successful. I think they had quite, some success over here. Certainly in the UK, they did, and in Europe.
So when I said the band Sweet, was I close? Is that kind of thing or no?
No, it's not really pop music. No.
Okay.
Although Sweet were a good band. I don't have any of their albums as such.
Oh,
3-piece.
It'd be a good
so they all have to play.
Yeah, it was basically guitar, bass, and drums.
So who went on their own? Was it the guitarist or the bass player or the drummer?
Guitarist, writer. They even used to incorporate, like the Who have like the Target and all that, and the Union Jacks and all that. They even used a little bit of that.
No, I'm just.
Wow.
I'm not getting anything on this one.
Wow.
And it looks like it's me and you because I think Derek's frozen again.
I think he has, yeah.
Wow, Starlink's been really good to him.
I think I've won this week.
I think you did good there, buddy.
I put you out for the count.
Wow. No. I got no other guesses.
Does a town called Malice mean anything?
Town called Malice. Oh. I know that now, but I don't know the name of the band.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh. I hear the tune in my head right now.
Yeah.
I hear
the best known one over this side for sure.
Yes.
It's the.
Does it go like "Now Touch Me, Baby"? That song?
Oh no, that's the Doors.
Oh, that's the Doors.
It sounds similar. Anyway, I'll tell you.
That's what I got from that tune. Okay.
Yeah. The Jam.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that.
Never guessed that one?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought someone like Kathy might get there in the end.
That was a pretty tough one, man. You did good.
I said, you've had it too easy this last few weeks.
I know. Well, hey, you had 2
weeks.
weeks, remember, where you couldn't even use your buzzer?
Yeah. Even Ringo got one. Derek, you missed the backside.
Yes, yeah.
Town Called Malice. Who did Town Called Malice?
Clash? Cure.
The Jam.
Oh, fuck. Now,
See?
yes. Wait a second. Was it the Jam? I think the first band I saw play. No, it was the Fix with Northern Pikes at that. Oh my god.
Anyway.
Good one, George.
You got an easy one next week. There it is. That's next week's.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make that one.
Hey,
I could hear the song in my head.
Yeah.
It's like a happy song, but not.
Yeah, like a Motown beat to it. Even I think that was one of the last. No, maybe not. It's Paul Weller was the writer, and he went on to form Style Council, and now he's just solo.
Yeah, wow. I would not have got that.
That was a tough one. I thought like the Cathys and who have you know some of those like early bands from the 80s.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah, great song.
There you go.
See, I would have thought just by the sound of that's the Cure or something, you know.
Yeah, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is like we all have that band we never saw live.
Yeah.
That to me is one definitely top of the list. I would have loved to see them live.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, the hole is still on my leg, and it's starting to feel pretty good.
Your what?
The hole was still on my leg, and it's starting to feel pretty good.
Dr. Ho. The Jam.
Yeah, no, I would have never guessed the Jam.
No, it was a tough one, but I felt like
good job, George.
It's been a while since I had to tell you who it was.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah,
shit,
I can't remember the last time.
Like years.
You know what I missed, George?
What?
I missed playing the trivia game against Ringo.
Oh yeah, more or less.
Yeah, that used to be fun.
I've still got the score of that somewhere.
Yeah, I know you do.
You're ahead.
Yeah,
Ringo's behind by
I am
12.
Yeah, I was looking at that the other day. I've still got it. I might pick that up.
Yeah, and say, hey, you guys got to finish this freaking game.
Yeah.
You even let them catch up to you once, and you're like, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, I just kept kind of going, and because I was way ahead, and I started to feel bad, right?
Yeah. It was, I think it was first one to 20. I think you're on 18. And Ringo's on like 15 or something like that. Well, I've still got it here, yeah.
Oh, Kathy's still with us.
Yeah,
gotta go,
you wouldn't have got it either.
Oh, wow. Well, that one's easier for next week.
All right. Okay. I like it easier for next week.
I just felt like it's my game.
I went out kayaking on Sunday.
Yeah.
The water has risen about 1.5 feet.
Yep.
We had so much rain last week.
Yeah.
I know.
And it was only really 2 days of rain. One day was crazy though.
Well,
Saturday.
and that was Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I was here Saturday at home, and I wanted to do some stuff outside. I'm doing this project for a guy, and I couldn't really work on it because it would start raining, stop raining. Like, not hard, but enough to get shit wet. And I don't really work with my tools out in the rain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hauled everything inside the garage, and I started working in the garage. And it was kind of off and on rain all day, but not bad. And then I talked to my cousin, who lives down in Sunderland, and he told me, he goes, Hike, it rained so freaking hard for about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I went that night when it cleared up. I went down to his place to visit. And when I pulled in his driveway, his pond and his pool were overflowing.
Yep.
Yeah.
His pond went past the bulrushes into the grass and started ponding on another low part of his property. And his pool was right overflowing. He had to actually pump some water out of it.
I had to do that.
I'm like, holy shit! It was like
where we
crazy.
went kayaking. There was guys fishing, right? So I'm always like mindful, you know. I see them fishing on this side, so I'll go on to the other side, right?
Yeah.
And I was going on the inside of docks, like shore side of docks, because they're all floating docks out there, right? So they're like sticking up in the air, and I was just going on the inside and 6 inches.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah. Well, on Saturday, down here, the Bay Store and Staples are next to each other. There's just the two in this, and there's a bank, but like that's all that's there in this parking lot. So I left. I thought, I'll just Liz wanted to print some stuff out. She's doing some artwork, so I said I'll go and print them out for you because they close at 5. And I'll grab some beers for the weekend. And I left it. It was scorching sun when I drove out of the driveway. It's literally 2 minutes around the corner. And I'm driving towards where I'm going, and the sky is black, just black. I'm just turning up the road and and it starts raining. Well, it just came down in buckets and buckets. And I'm like, I'll give it a few minutes and I'll nip out, you know. And I didn't get out of the car for 25 minutes because I thought, well, I can't. I get all this paper soaked, you know what I mean? So I was literally in the car almost half an hour.
I did that too the other day.
It was relentless.
I was just like, I ain't getting out, man.
Yeah. You know.
I even looked at my back for like a jacket.
And you know what's weird though? I'm 10 minutes north of where my cousin, from Sunderland.
Yeah.
And we didn't get that.
Wow.
They got beat on for an hour.
It was a good half hour, you know.
Today was strange weather here today. I got some light rain, and all of a sudden the wind had picked up. Then I got thunder and lightning, and all of a sudden the rain came down like nuts. And, it just kept changing. Every half an hour was different. It was different.
Yeah.
It was different.
40 days. 40
I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy for
But just
late
imagine,
June.
okay, if we got basically in that, say, well, I'm going to say 2 days because it was 2 days of rain. If we got 1.5 to 2 feet of water in the creek.
That's a lot of water, buddy.
Yeah, I understand now how if you had that for 40 days, how you could flood the fucking earth.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Well, see, the thing is, too, we haven't had that dry spell. Like the last rain was totally different.
Yep.
But this one, we had a little bit of rain here and there, so the ground was kind of saturated. So when this shit came down on Saturday, it had nowhere to go.
Nope.
So it ran straight off of everything right into the creeks and ponds and everything.
Yep.
So
everybody's
I told my wife too that you offered the other kayak up to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, really?" I said, "Yep, I'm going to take them up on that offer."
Yeah.
So one of these days we'll go for a little tour.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Getting quite the little clan started.
Oh, she is with her friends. Like I said, they were just gone all weekend again.
Yeah.
They're just so into it. It's fun to see that people have or find a passion that they've never had before, like all their lives, and it's something brand new to them, like fishing. Yep. Like, who would have thought?
See, I'm not into the fishing. I just like to get out on the water. Yeah. Something about being on the water. Mm-hmm. It's, I don't know. It's weird. It's like it's a calm.
Yep.
I've always loved the water. I want to live right on the water. I like to be on it, whether it be a motorboat, a canoe, a kayak. I don't give a shit what it is, a pontoon boat. I love to be on the water.
Yep.
Yeah, I get
and I got my first experience 2 years ago. Our neighbors, they have a cottage up in northern Quebec. Oh my God, the scenery and the lakes, I'm telling you, are just like, we don't have that here.
Yeah.
And she has a couple of kayaks, and she let us go out. I went kayaking with her, and that was a really cool experience. I've never kayaked before.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like, whatever. But I loved it. We went around the point, up through this area where Lake narrows, and then she knew where there was a river that flows into the lake.
Yeah.
We went up that river, and like you said, Derek, it's like maybe a foot deep in spots.
Yeah.
And you're just
having a fucking great time.
Oh, it was just kind of half grown over, and then it widens up, and it was such a neat experience. I really liked it. And then you get on the lake, you can just putt, or you can boogie, like whatever you want. So, I think I'll be doing more of that.
Lakes are okay.
Well, lakes are just big, right?
Yeah, you don't see much.
But you're telling me you're going to the marshes and stuff in your area?
I'm going,
and I think that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's small. It's intimate. You see beavers. You see like all wildlife, and I'm talking feet away, like under 10 feet away. There's stuff that's like awesome. Every time I go, we have some type of bird lead us. Every time.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I've seen osprey, the turkey vultures, the heron, an eagle, owls. And I swear I saw a falcon, but I'm not sure. It's a smaller bird. It was smaller than a hawk.
Yeah.
And it had like W wings. Like
yeah.
Right? So it definitely looked something neat. So it was fast, but it went up and it would stop, and then and I find the birds, they follow the water.
That's so cool, because I was in Sunderland at my cousin's place. They have a giant pond, right? And there's a marshy area all around them. Like they're just south of town. So you understand, right?
Yeah.
And we're outside, and all of a sudden I could hear this. It sounded like the old bicycle horns,
Yeah.
And it just kept getting louder and louder. And I was like, what the hell, right? And all of a sudden, they flew right over top of us, 2 swans.
Yeah, okay.
I never heard them call before, and it was loud. Right?
Yeah, they are.
And then as they flew over, I even noticed on the top of their wing, it's like in the middle of it, they have almost like a rudder, a little area that sticks up. And I'm watching these birds fly. I'm going, never seen that before. So cool.
Yeah.
That's why I love being out and birds, animals, like it's just the stuff you get to see that you normally don't see or hear. That's very cool.
And even though you're with people, you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Like if I don't want to talk, I'll just take off. Right?
Yeah.
I'll just be like, I'm so far ahead of you, I can't hear you. And you don't have to get that far.
Yeah.
But
even you don't even have to get away from the person. I find that both of you just stop talking.
Yeah,
because
sometimes
you're just taking it in, right?
Right. Sometimes people just
there are people that just can't shut up.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm that person. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Well, gentlemen, it is 5 after 11.
Mm.
Yeah, we did it, didn't we?
We did it.
Holy
We did it
smokes.
without Ringo. Oh my God, Ringo!
I know. I'm starting to miss the guy. Like, the guy's working too hard. He's working way too hard. So I'm still gonna try and getting a bunch of people together, and we're gonna. I'm gonna do this as a little bike trip, but I'm gonna post it on Facebook, so whoever wants to join in could do the tour. But I'm just trying to get a group together and go to Danny's for dinner. Country Stop Burger.
Nice.
So, if you see that out there, we should all get together one day. Just go and have something to eat. Get some fish and chips or something.
Yep.
Right?
We can do it.
George, you look way too serious.
I love a bike.
You don't need,
well, not a
motorbike
motorbike anyway.
No, you don't need a bike. You can just drive. You can drive if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride my pedal bike.
I put the invite out to everybody. Like,
right.
You want to come out for a little tour around the countryside and wind up somewhere to have something to eat? Drive your van, drive your convertible. I don't care. Let's just go out and have some fun.
Mm. Okay.
Right? Because before we know it, you know what's going to happen, right? It's too cold outside. Yeah, it's too cold outside. I don't want to go outside.
That's right.
It's just crazy weather we have here. It's freaking hot. It's freaking cold.
Yeah.
So,
crazy for flaming June.
Do it while you can.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Too bad Johnson's still around. I thank him. Thank John for being on the show. That was kind of cool listening to somebody from Kentucky and finding out that they're kind of into the same kind of stuff we are. Yeah, there's a lot of us out there, and it's fun when we get together. We could just chat and tell stories, and I find it entertaining. I hope you guys do too. Anyway, I can look up that band he told us about, that Elaine, that band from Sweden. See what that's all about. I'm gonna check the show out too. So who knows? Bod's Mayhem Hour, I think it is.
Bod's Mayhem Hour. Yep.
All right. Gonna check it out.
BODS.
And I think this week I'm gonna go down to Danny's to Country Stop Burger and fill my face with some good food because I just need it. I'm craving it. Yes. I also want to thank the fans that were on the show tonight. First person on tonight, which was unheard of, Akuma. Wow. Yeah. I can't believe that. I was like, bam, right out there listening to us. And Keisha, Kathy, Murph, Bradley, Mandy, thanks all for being on the Heikodelic show. And thank you two guys for being so awesome. Even though you kept cutting out Derek, we just knew you'd be right back. We knew you'd be right back because you just got it. I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great week, everybody. And we'll talk to you next Monday night at 9:30 right here on the Heikodelic show. Until there, cheers.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikodelic show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikodelic show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikodelic show, please find us at www.theheikodelicshow.com or .ca. we'll see you all next week on The Heikodelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for The Heikodelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikodelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikodelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining The Heikodelic Show, fans.